Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Marco here to give you another great tutorial on Splunk. So if you've been following me for a while now, you might be familiar with my Splunk's inputs tutorial series, in which I show you how to configure Splunk inputs to make your dashboards more dynamic, easier to use, more intuitive, the whole 9 yards. Well, at this point, I've done as much as I can with inputs, and I want to share with you one of my favorite tips in Splunk. What is it? Well, it's adding logic to your drill downs. So when I first learned about this and I learned how to configure it, it really took my dashboard game to the next level because I was able to add logic to my visualization. So when you drill down on them, it'll do a specific action. And this is really important in Splunk because we're dealing with data, and oftentimes we're comparing data points. So you might compare something like a Linux operating system with a Windows operating system in one visualization, and you might want to click on the Linux one to view the Linux information. But to do that, it's easier said than done, and I'm going to show you how you can go ahead and configure that. So let me get started. So you may be familiar with this dashboard as it's a dashboard that I was using during the Splunk's Inputs tutorial series. So it's the HR dashboard. And if we scroll a little lower, you'll see a bar chart here. And when I mentioned earlier that oftentimes what we're doing is we're comparing data against each other. This is a prime example of that. So you can see the total people in the research and development department, total people in sales, total people in HR. Ideally, what I would like to do is if I click on the research and development row or bar, I would want it to take me to a dashboard that gives me more information on research and development people. And if I clicked on sales, I would want it to take me to a sales dashboard, HR dashboard. And in Splunk, you can do this with using the built-in GUI here. So you can go in here, click edit drill down, and on click you can link to a dashboard. You can go ahead and do it that way. And if you want to get more advanced with it, you can define tokens from this interface. Personally, I think this is a bit more complicated and harder to use. So what I like to do instead is I like to actually go here, view the source code, and actually just change it manually. I think this is much simpler. And once I show you the tags that you need, you're going to want to switch over as well. So if you're familiar with Splunk, you probably know by now that it's all XML based. So you can see here we have our row, and inside that row we have a panel. Inside the panel we have a chart, and inside the chart we have a search, so on and so forth. But when we want to drill down, you're going to need the drill down tags here. And for the most part, if you go into the GUI and you click on drill down and you tell it to do one action, it'll auto-populate the tags and it'll look something like this. So if you want to save yourself a couple lines of code, you can go ahead and do that. But if you don't, you're going to need your drill down tags right here. And to add the logic to your Splunk dashboard, inside the drill down, you're going to need this important tag here, and that is the condition tag. The condition tag is what's adding the logic. And I'm saying that if whatever the user clicks on is equal to sales, take me to this sales dashboard. You can see here, it links to it. And I have another condition that says, if whatever the user clicks on is equal to research and development, take me to the R&D dashboard. And lastly, if whatever the user clicks on is equal to human resources, take me to the HR dashboard. So some important things to note. Click.value, that is one of Splunk's tokens that they offer out of the box that you can use with visualizations. So here's some documentation on it, and I'll go ahead and link it there. But that's the visualization that I'm using in order to collect that data. And you might see these ampersands and quote. That's just the XML coding for quote. So nothing if you're there. It's pretty straightforward. And let me show you what the end result gets you. So I'll go ahead and cancel out of here. So now if I click on research and development, it'll take me to the research and development dashboard. If I click on sales, it'll take me to the sales dashboard. And lastly, if I click on human resources, it'll take me to human resources. So that is the tip I wanted to show you today. Hopefully you find this helpful. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. And please give me some comments down below if there's something you want to see in Splunk. My name is Marco. Thank you for joining. Have a good one. Bye.